Okay, folks, welcome back. Let's work on our shader effector. First thing I'm going to do is to disable this main cloner here. And it's time to work with our main cloner and shader effector. The first thing I want to decide is where my shader effector is going to start and finally reveal our logo. Because if I right now enable the shader effector, as you can see, it kind of starts very quickly and it's not what exactly we want, definitely, okay? So this is why we have to do some adjusting in our shader effector and in our animated texture. I think if I disable this shader effector, you can see we have this force 2 plane effector and you got this third plane effector and our fourth plane effectors. Let me just enable this third plane effector. And that's about frame 330 where the effects of that four-planar is about to finish, and I want the shader effector to start about frame 330. So let's get back to After Effects. This is the file that I textured, that I rendered it finally, and I provide you with the render, and you can use it. And also, I'm going to give you the After Effects file so you can use it. So basically, what I want to do is to go to your composition setting. If you take a look here at Cinema 4D, you can see it's getting finished. So 200 frames. We need something like 700 frames. So let's get back to After Effects composition setting and make this whole composition something like 700, maybe 50. Okay. And we want these logos start revealing at about frame 300. So we can select all of these layers and move them here so they sort of start appearing, and there we go. And just I'm gonna select this small noise layer, select T, hit T, and let's go to something like 50% because I really don't want to have that much of an effect on them. And it gets, sorry, it's animated, so let's get back to here. It's 100. Let's go to something like 50. So there we go. And that's very nice. And we can safely uh, save our project if we wanted to and start rendering out. I'm gonna select this composition, add to render queue, and I'm just gonna use a simple JPEG sequence to the render. Hit OK, define where you want to save the file, and I am going to hit render, and I'll be back in a while. Okay, so the render is finished, and the only thing we have to do now to replace this texture in the luminance channel to the texture that we just rendered. So I'm just going to change the path, and after I imported that, I'll be back. Okay, so here's the files. As you can see, for the first 300 frame we have complete black and they start to appear. So let's just select the first one and double click on this and no, and go to animation tab, hit calculate again. There we go. Now hopefully what we should be see is that our shader effector, if I disable other effectors and just enable the shader effector, it should start. As you can see, there is no effect of it, and from frame 300 it sort of starts. And what I don't like about it is the um, amount of randomness is too much. I think I'm gonna just disable this randomness for the moment and see how it will affect our whole scene. And now, as you can see, we get this sort of nice revealing effect for our logo, and it still continue to moving because we added that small noise after everything was done in our After Effects. And I think it's we're ready to enable our other plane effectors, and there we go, and that's nice. Now are we good? Because the shader vector right now affecting our parameters 100 centimeter. I think we're sort of in a good position, and we can kind of come back and tweak these effectors. Now, what we're going to be doing in the next lesson is trying to add different elements. Now we just have this cylinder in our cloner. We are going to add more variation, add different elements to our cloner, and so we have a bit more nicer situation, and that's going to be our last lesson. And in the next section we possibly start working on the material creation and lighting, and so fun. So let's get to the next lesson.